Hello, welcome to the presentation of the statistics final project. We're going to be explaining uh, a one from C test project. This is for the class STA 2023-20710. My name is Kevin Azulo and Angela Rivera will be joining us just after a couple slides. All right. Well, why we chose this project is we were just discussing on how different our social circles are and how different our backgrounds are, and we just came up with the idea of, hey, how many Floridians actually hold a gun, because people close to us actually hold lots of guns. So yeah, this picture right here is just to show you guys on how the Floridians have been increasing uh, the percentage of holding a gun, and then we just found in this website World Population Review that in Florida 35.3% of the population legally own a gun. Do you legally own a gun? That's going to be our research question for this project. And well, what's going to be the data representing is just the percentage of people who legally own a gun. And for this project, for this Prop C test, one Prop C test project, we're going to be using an alpha of 0.05%, because it's just standard. Sampling procedures, well, we have 104. We have 104 randomly selected people. We created a question in Google form and we just sent it to a lot of people. 104 of them actually responded to the survey, and yep, our population is going to be all the residents in Florida, of course. And to avoid the bias, we ask different races, ethnicities, ages, and genders. So once again, to recap, the research question for us is going to be, do you legally own a gun? That gave us the data of 104 people in total, with 68 people saying yes and 36 people saying no. This is the display data, and I just worked out these this data right here by highlighting all the people that said no, just to make our lives easier. And that gave us the percentage of 34.6% of people saying no and 65.4 people saying yes. Once again, we have 104 responses. 68 people said no, and 68 people said yes, and 36 people said no.
The HO is 35.3% of those who actually legally own a gun, and our HA being 35.3% of those that are greater, for a greater number of those who own a gun, greater than the actual numbers reported. The conditions 1, 2, and 3, as far as our random and independent, large sample, and big population, were all met. Our P is 0.353 and our P hat is 65.4, with our N being at 104. Our SE is 0.047 and our Z score is 6.404 with a P value of 0. The test statistic Z again was 6.419, and our P value, which was infinity and beyond, so we went with the 0 as that as well. Since the P value is 0 and that is less than the alpha, the condition that is that we reject HO. There is statistically significant evidence saying that we conclude that the proportion of Floridians who legally own a gun is greater than 35.3%. So our HA was correct. When it comes down to our confidence interval, we are 95% confident that the proportion of Floridians who own a gun is between 56.2% and 74.6%. With that being said, we learned that the Z star is not the same as the Z chart, as well as we also learned via the random questioning various people that a lot of Floridians just love their guns. In closing, over the last 3 years, the amount of people that have a firearm has increased significantly and more than likely will continue due to the recent change in legislation.